Hello everybody, I am Serta and welcome back to MineMogul. In the previous episodes we've managed to put all the basics together and get things moving. We've had a few tech things unlocked. Apparently we can activate quests, so I should probably be activating this one, so I'm going to do that. Research, we don't have any tickets at the moment, but I think I want to go with basic scaffolding or the hoppers. I'll think about that, but they're fairly cheap, so either or. In terms of the rest of the stuff, I think we've got what's important. But today, yeah, I'm going to break things down because things are not working exactly right, and this place is not exactly scalable. And my little solution for the rods to have them come out, no, it doesn't work. I got rods all over the floor. So, yep, I'll just put them in. It'll help us reach some targets anyway. Oh yeah, and that scavenger hunt actually requires a broken drill bit, so I think I have one. Let's go and throw that in. I think this is a broken drill bit. We can throw that in and see if that counts. It does. Okay, so that's done. Perfect. Okay, so the plan now is basically change everything up. I've got some ideas in my head. Don't know if they're going to work, but I'm quite keen on giving them a try. And that will require that I break down pretty much everything that I've built and get things going a little bit better. And having a look at this gameplay, it might not be the last time I do that. Anyway, there's a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. So what I'm seeing right now is all my iron stuff, all of these miners down here are coming through one belt and one sorter. And there doesn't seem to be a problem. They all seem to be fine. It's working. It's not clogging up. So I think I'm going to stick with that kind of a setup. So everything that's currently coming in here is going to go into another system that is going to be a little bit more efficient with splitting things out. Because as we found out in the last episode, these can just sit right next to each other. And they're going to be up at a higher level. So I'm going to have to reroute belts. All the stuff that's coming out of these miners over here and those 4 miners over there and the one over on this side over here. Yeah, these are all going to be going into one line, and probably a good idea maybe bring them across next to this belt or bring them up somewhere around here, because I still want to bring the copper through, and I might as well try and bring the gold and the copper through on the same line, but I don't think it really matters that much. Maybe before I get all excited, you guys see where that gold is again. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I could bring the gold through. There are a couple of gold deposits over here. Do I have miners on me? I do. Let's see what that will give us. So it's giving us coal as well as gold. This one over here is giving... Oh, that's not gold. Wait, there was another one somewhere. Right, over here. Okay, so that's a lot of gold. And I'm going to have to feed that through... That can maybe, if I'm lucky, go through that hole. So from there, up through here, link up with this miner. Let's see what the output... Yep, that could link up. It's going to be a bit of a windy belt, but that can then come through, head up here, and tie in with the copper line. All right, good. But first, I think I'm going to get rid of that scavenger hunt quest, because we can just... That's not much stuff, so hopefully we can just mine it. Alright, well, there's the first 3 pieces of copper ore. Oh. And those are in. I'll go through this side and see if I can pick up some gold. Let's get my light on. Yeah, there's the gold. I'll run around the corner and get some more gold down on this side. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll pick that up shortly. There's a bit more over here. And another bit here. I think that should be all the gold ore that we need. Yeah, I've grabbed it all. And it's very dark, so let's head out. And I can just drop it right there. Perfect. That's the gold ore done. Just need a little bit of copper, and we'll get those 2 research tickets. And there's a whole bunch of copper right over here. I have some lights. Let me light this place up a bit more. We'll pop this over there. And then, yeah, this looks better now. All right, let's chop up some copper. Oh, there's a bunch of it down here. And hopefully that is going to be enough. That's it. And I'll drop it in. And there we go. Now we've got 2 research tickets. So let's hit T. I am going to use the scaffolding because I really want that. So we'll unlock the scaffolding. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the hoppers. Perfect. And if I want to get another ticket, which I actually do, then I just need to buy one of those pipe rollers. So let's close my drawer and then hop in here, pipe roller, add, purchase. Right, I bought one and I picked it up. So that is done. Now we are into the pipes. So let's have a look at our quests. What else is available? The coal crusher is available. Deposit 1,200 crushed coal. Okay, well, I didn't see that coming. Didn't know we needed to do crushed coal, but apparently we do. Gold, polished gold ingot. That we will get to. So these are available. Let's, I suppose let's activate this one. Research, we've got another ticket, so I'll do basic shoots. And there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, that's where we are. But now I need to stop everything. So I'm going to turn off all the auto miners. They are now off. And I'll wait for all the belts to clear and then we can get started in this place. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put up some lights just to make this place a little brighter. So, like, there is a good spot, and right here is a good spot. Maybe one up here. Yep. I'll get this place looking spiffy. Okay, like I said, I do have this miner. And I'm going to go and put it on the mine that is very rich with the gold. Wait, what is that? No, that's coal. So it's this one over here. And then I'm going to have a look around and see where the best route might be to get back. Yeah, no, this is far too far away, running around corners. So yeah, we're going to have to come out of this gap. It's not going to be too straightforward, but I think we can manage it. And what I might do is just come through here. Let's see where we can get a belt going through. So if I do that and bring this one out at about this level. Okay, then, oh, wow, this is not going to work very nicely, but, you know, what do you do? We could bring it up like there. So I can bring that back. Wrong place. And then I'm going to need to, okay, this is fine. I'll need to put one more straight bit over here, I think. And then a bend. Wait, I think I'm against a wall. Yeah, can't do that. Yeah. So that is going to require a couple more bends. Oh well, no problem. We'll wind it through this way and through there, and then I can get rid of two of those and put in a sloped conveyor. I rotate it that way and put it in. Okay, so that will get the gold. I've still got to obviously connect this part, but that's not too difficult. Then we need to get this through this gap over here. Oh, and that looks like a fairly straight line. I might be able to do this. I'm going to run out of conveyors, but yeah, we're getting there. And then this one can just tie into this belt if I need it. And that is going to be the height. I wonder if I should maybe do it like there. All right. I need to go and buy more. So, conveyors. Straight merge, we haven't bought. Conveyor blocker, we haven't bought. Unlocked them, I think. Chutes. There they are all. Buildings. There's the scaffold and the ramps. But right now, I am only interested in a bunch of straight belts. So we'll purchase those. That one is going to go. I'll put a light down over here. It's super dark. That's better. I hope I didn't get in my own way there. Okay, rotate that. Oh, of course, I didn't pick up the belts that I just bought. Yeah, there they are, right where I expected them to be. Okay, so bringing those in around the corner, and then this... I'm going to have to come in from this side. Rotate that. More straights. There. Okay, that might work, and it's actually, I have access. And then I'm going to need to start heading up. And, yep, I'm clearing that, so awesome. So we'll head up. Oh, I might have to do a jig back. Yeah, this is not quite right. Maybe I can go one more from here, and then turn. Oh, I've got no more bends. Alright, I just decided to buy a whole heap of stuff. I'm going to use it. So that's fine. And I might actually change how this belt works because I'm quite close to the ceiling. So I may not be able to do the sorter conveyors up there and also be able to access them. So let's, because you know, you got to put stuff into those sorter conveyors. Let's go down here. I'm going to, yeah, this is going to be difficult. Let's take a piece of belt out. I want to just test this. There's the sorters. And if I put one in like that, okay. Yeah, I can get there. It's tricky, but it's possible. Okay, so that's actually okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to walk around very easily, but that's doable. Cool. Well, I don't really want to do that now, but I might reroute this belt. Yeah, take a turn this way. So take that out. Why won't it let me do this? Okay, let's try that again. Oh, that's weird. Take another one out, see if that works. Yes, that's where I want to go. Oh, I'm messing with things here. Oh dear. Oh, and I fell. That's fine. So this will go this way, and now because I'm standing down here, I can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start taking some of these out, because most of this is not going to be happening anymore. And let's start messing with the scaffolding. Let's see how good that is. So if, where is it? Building. Scaffold 2x2, scaffold ramp 2x2. Okay, so what, do I just take 10 of each? I'll take a couple more of those. Quite expensive, but I'm going to need to get up there. And what I'm thinking I might do is bring the other belts through here, connect them up to this, because that's quite a tight line. I think I can bring this belt, maybe, bring it around the corner, send it through here, and have it tie in with this line, collect all of these, and then go up. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about this quite a bit. Not so straightforward. But again, I leave everything inside the elevator. So there we go, I got it now. Drop off a couple of things that I'm not needing immediately, because I'm still working out belts. Bring the scaffold ramp and the scaffold platforms in. Okay, so the platform looks like this. If I go like that, ooh, it doesn't slope a lot. What happens if I put it under a support? Well, it does remove a bit of the support, but that's not where I want it. We want a flat piece now, and then another flat piece. And I really want to put this ramp in there, right there, and there, and there. And then, yeah, this may be just a little bit too high. Okay, I'll take that one down, and then we'll put the regular ones over here. Now, I don't know how... Oh, geez, come on. Really? There. Not sure how these things affect belts, but there are big gaps between them, so hopefully it goes well. Right, so we can go up here. Oh. So now we can run up here, and we can work from this level. And then I can break these down and rebuild them where I need them until I've got some kind of an organization going. Alright, so we continue with this copper belt, which we're going to bring through this way. Okay, and up to here. I can go a little further. Okay. So this looks fun. So we can actually build on these platforms as well. That's nice. So that's going to bring the copper in. Then I need to try and get that gold up to the same belt. But before I go crazy with that, let me try and find a way to get all of this stuff up somewhere as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm probably not going to have enough of the sorters, but that's fine. We'll put a sorter conveyor down going... Oh, I wanted to turn... that way. 1, 2, 3. So iron, copper, gold, and then gems, and then the last output will only be the remaining coal. And I'm going to do 2 sets of those. One for the stuff coming in from that side and this side, and then one for all of the stuff in here. And they are going to drop out into chutes, hopefully. So let me build out my platform a little more. Right, platform is built. Working on top of the world. Okay, so this is going to interfere with stuff at the bottom, but the stuff at the bottom is pretty temporary. Let's grab the hammer. We'll take those 2 out. And now we're going to need to get chutes. Maybe shouldn't have taken those 2 out. Or do we need chutes? No, we don't. Because what I'd like to do here is then take the crushers and put the crushers in underneath. I hope this works, but I don't know. It doesn't like this. Yeah, it wants to be on the ground. Well, yeah, the whole plan was to have those drop in to these, and then these drop into the smelters. So, platforms then, right? Let's see, is that going to be the right level? That looks like it's just a little maybe too high? Let's check that out. No, actually, that's perfect. Oh, good. Okay, so I need another platform down the bottom. But before we do that, let's see if anything happens if I take these out. Nope, they stay. I hope they still work, but they stay. I'm also going to remove this one And then I'm going to grab a smelter, pop it in here, and rotate that, and put it in there. Oh, too far back. Right, try that again. Yeah, that could work. Let me see if I can find a piece of ore somewhere. I'm sure it won't be a problem. Yeah, there's one. I'll grab that, take it up. I'm going to need two. Yeah, somehow I managed to grab a piece of coal as well. Will I... Yeah, let's... Oh, bugger. Did I drop them on top of that platform? I hope I did. Only one of them. Okay, well, let's test this. Okay, that falls out straight into that. Very good. Now, I could use chutes just to square it up properly. But that also does mean that I could drop this whole thing a level, because now this is a bit high. We don't need this elevator. These can just drop straight into that. Right. Platform. Now, first I'm going to remove the two machines that I've got. Get a platform in here. It needs to go up. Now, why will it not? Because it was overlapping. We'll put another one up here. Plan ahead for this. I have no idea if I'm doing the right thing here. I think I've gone too high again. What I need to do is get rid of the smelter, put that in at that height, remove this one, and remove that one, put this one in over here, just quickly jump up over this side and put down the smelters. 1, 2, 3. That lines up with the... Oh, wait, I've gone too high again, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Man. Okay, those are out. Then those are where they are supposed to be. Take these down, get them back in position. So rotate that, and 3 of those in. That means I can actually drop this belt. And then I'll be able to walk on the belt without getting stuck. So let me hop in here, take all of these down, break that out, take this one down, and then put these in at this level. Remove that, and put that in. And now it's a bit easier to walk around here. Grab those sorters, and we'll put them in over here now. What the heck? Why? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Good. Good. Good indeed. And I can get rid of these platforms. Don't need them anymore. That and that. And then we should be able to drop very easily straight into a smelter. One there. I only had one. Bummer. But yeah, that lines up. That lines up really well. So we'll have iron coming out. We'll have copper coming out. All right, let's go and get some more. I'm just going to get 6 furnaces. That's the part that we're working on at the moment, so we might as well. Right, these platforms might need to go. Let's... yes, we're going to need to move things out of the way. This platform here is strangely causing a problem. Why is it that particular one? Okay. Well, I was going to take them out anyway, so get rid of that and that. And do these go next to each other? Maybe that... Oh, they do. There you go. So, iron, copper, gold, and then this one's going to drop the gems out, and I'm going to use a hopper for that. And then that is going to continue out, so we'll get rid of this platform. That belt will drop down. Oh, wait, hang on. Have I got this one the wrong way around? I do. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. Let's see if I can get it from the top of this. Yep, that one's wrong. Place this one in, rotate. So it passes through there. Something weird going on here. It will not let me put that one in correctly. Okay, so I want this to go like that, straight through. But as soon as I put it there, it turns it. Is there something wrong with this one? No, those are all correct. So I want it to go that way, but I want it to flip. It will not flip and let me do this. What the heck is going on? Let's try it from here. It won't let me have an output over here. That's weird. Maybe it wants a belt. Let's shove a belt in here. Maybe that will change its mind. There we go. But no, that's the wrong way around. So let's rotate it. That's rotate. Damn it. It is determined to feed that way. It doesn't matter what button I push. Have I maybe got this the wrong way? I don't think I've got these the wrong way around. I'm going to redo them anyway. Let's try this. So if I do that, I want it like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that. Okay, well now it works. Weird. Very weird. Okay, so that will be the gems, and then we will have a drop-off over here that will bring the coal out, which will probably need to go around this machine and in that direction. Maybe I can just carry it on at that height. Yeah, keep it off the floor. That sounds like a plan. Well, I am going to climb up and I'm going to load these up. So this will be for, that's going to be for iron and crushed iron. So I'll put the iron in there and I'm going to duplicate this setup somehow. Haven't figured that out yet. Also, this might be a little bit of a problem. Reason being is that there's going to be too much iron coming through. That's if I use this one for the iron. Yeah, I want to get the iron set up first. Okay, so I've got iron in this one and I now have crushed iron. Yeah, as I was saying, this is going to be a problem because there's too much iron coming in. So maybe I'll split the iron a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have two of these setups and then I'll split the iron. That might work. Alright, so the next one I need copper and the crushed copper. So the copper is in and the crushed copper is now in as well. And I'll do the gold. So there's a gold. I made crushed gold just by throwing it through a crusher and grabbing a couple of pieces. So this will be the gold basket over here. Grab a little piece of crushed gold so we don't miss out on that. And that's in. The last two things that I'll need are a diamond and an emerald. See an emerald lying there, but I believe that I have been... There's another one over there. I believe I've been saving for this very occasion. Right there. No. Oh, geez, you know why? Why? Okay, I think I managed to get just what I wanted. Alright, having to walk a little carefully with these because they can drop. But there's the emerald and diamond going into that basket. Perfect. Now, it turns out we need crushed coal. So I'm going to need myself another crusher. I'll have to buy one because that will just come out over here. I will put a platform up in preparation for it at the right height. So about there. And I might as well buy myself a couple more crushers. So, ore crusher, I'll just get 2 more. I'll get myself a couple more auto miners. I haven't even used the ore analyzers yet. We'll check those out. Everything else I think I'm okay on. Pipe roller I've even got. That's fine. We'll purchase. And we will pick our stuff up. There and there. Good. So one crusher rotates that over there. Is that right? Yep. That will bring the coal out. And then I'm going to need to ramp... Oh, I don't really need to ramp it down. It can fall out, quite honestly. Maybe I should bring it at that height. Yeah, I think so. Keep the floor clean. That will... I don't think I can build after that one, so that is where the bend needs to be. And we miss the miner. Fantastic. Okay, so that's fine. That's going to go that way. Ooh, I hope this works. Now I need to get rid of all of this. So let's pull the hammer out and start getting rid of stuff. Ooh, wow. Look at all that coal. Oh, man, there's a lot to get rid of. And I'm not sure how much I can stack. Hold on, how's my inventory looking? Well, they stack pretty high. Get rid of those. We're going to have extra stock lying around as well. Okay, this place is a bit cleaner now. Now, let's see what I'm going to do about that line. So that is a copper line that's coming around from that side. I think I'm going to bring these... these 4 I'm going to put onto a separate line. They can come out and they can feed into another system. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this mine and this mine over here. These 2. And I'm going to feed them into the same line as the copper and the gold. That reminds me, I need to get the gold up. Ooh, I blocked myself. Oh, that's going to be fun. Let's see. Could I... Yep, this is going to be tricky. Let's see how close I can get going this way. Ew, that's going to be very, very tight. I'm not going to get a bend in there, am I? No, I'm not. All right. We're going to have to make a spiral. And I've blocked my access out of here completely. Alright, so I'm bringing that up. Then I'm going to swing it like that. And like that. And then bring it up again. Because there's no good way to bring these belts up. And now hopefully I can swing that back. And I won't be blocked. Oh no, I'm not going to be blocked. And now bring that through. And I can bring that onto a belt over here. I think this is where the hoppers are supposed to help. Right, that will go over there, and I want to have a flat piece approaching. Hang on, was that facing the right direction? No, it wasn't. That's the right way. which means that this one was the wrong way. So that's correct now. Oh, no, that's going to need to come through one more. So break that out. Flat belts there. Bring that in. Now, is that at the correct height? It is. Ooh. So we're going to need a merger now. And I don't think I bought any mergers. I did not. But I'll put everything else in, and then we'll bring the merger. So that goes there. That goes there. Oh, this is the... It's not the way it merges. Okay. Yeah, this is different. I'm going to need to remove this because it merges as a T, I think. So we'll take that out. We'll need to bring a flat conveyor there. That's going to need to go in there, 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 and a belt over here. And then the merger. So let's go and buy one of those mergers. Or maybe a couple. Straight merge. What does straight merge mean? A straight conveyor with an additional merge input on the side. Oh, that's different. Well, suppose I want to try them. I'll get a few. And then we'll get the T-junction conveyor as well. Oh, that's the T-junction. So the merge is different. Actually, I was fine. Let's get these and we'll just set it up based on what I've got now. I'm still learning the tools. Right, so we are up. Right, so this is the merge conveyor. Let's have a look at how that works. Oh, I see. Yeah, I could have used this, but it's not wanting to go in that hole anyway. So yeah, that's not the one. It's definitely the other one. That is the T-junction. And if I change the direction and I rotate like that, that is exactly what I want, but now for some reason it will not let me put it in that hole. Let's try from this side. There we go. Okay, so this line and this line from that side are coming in without a problem. So now I need to get this one to join in here. Now that shouldn't be a problem either. We take that out, another merger like that, and then I can bring this around. So straight conveyor there all the way. And this one, come on, let me put it in there and corner. Wait, this is not playing nice with me. Oh wait, this is going the wrong way. Why is this going the... Oh, this is the other way around. Right, I do need to get rid of this. Alright, so that piece is gone. And then this will be the corner, and now it works. So it is nice that it kind of stops you from being a dumbass. So I'm going to just have to go across, take out as much as I can reach, and then build back like this. And then that one I'm going to bring across the ceiling into this line. And that means also that I need to get rid of this. I think I'm getting this. So I've brought the belt up over here from this iron mine. Oh, I think it's an iron miner. Yeah, it's got iron ore. It's actually got iron ore and coal. So I brought that up and I've kind of kept it out of the way a little bit. I'm thinking I'm probably going to get rid of most of this. Yeah, I'll do a tidy up shortly. And then I need to tie this in over here. And then I've got one more tie-in left to do, and it's going to be this one right over here. So let's raise this up. Okay, I think that is the height. Okay, we'll hop up over here. I've just put a little bit of scaffolding in. Let's see if we can get this. Nope, damn you. All right, I'm going to have to do a little jig like that. Which is going to mean that this is not going to tie in. Oh, well. We might have to do another little jig. It's... Oh, we can't put anything else in here. Oh, sure, but that's also bad. So it happens when you're living on the edge. So we'll do that. That's passed. Then we can jig back right there and rotate that one into there. And then we're going to have to go up to there. And this is a good spot to do one of those fancy mergers. So let's put that in there, and then we need to remove this, and then I'm going to need to somehow get up here. Damn. Not so easy. All right, and come on, let me through. Yep. Okay, so that's coming in, that's coming in. That's a side merger input, so that is the one that I want, and that is absolutely perfect. So that miner comes in, that miner comes in. Now I just want to bring that one in. And try and keep this neat as well. So immediately have that bend coming out and then go up. And I'm going to try this, let it bend back on itself. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. Go up one more, do that, and up there. Cool. Let me do one more, then I can run up here. And I think that is the correct height. So, bend this way, and we're going to run this across, and hopefully dodge the stalactites. And that means that this one needs to go. And then I need that joint. That is the one. Oh, it looks so neat now. Look at that. I'll have to come and tidy up things and get my platforms correct, because they aren't exactly correct yet. So what I'm going to do, these 4 here are not connected. So what I'll do with these is I'm going to turn them all off. So you press F, turn off, F, turn off, and F, turn off. All the others will come back. Oh my word, will these come on? I don't know. Hold on a sec. We're going to need to test this. Oh yeah, we're going to have to turn them all on. Now that means that these all switch on as well. Will they? Yep, they will. So I'm just going to go and turn them all off. Right, those are off. I don't want it building a big pile over here for nothing. The rest of the items, what's happening here? Oh, there's still this one. No, this is going to tie in with those 4. Yeah, I'm not going to add any more into this system. Let's see what's going on here. We've turned everything on. Where's everything? It's coming. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't connected the gold. You know, I spotted this. I don't have... Do I have any more miners? I thought oh yeah, there they are. That's lots of coal. There's more gold things over here. That's a lot of gold there. And a lot of gold there. Okay, well, we can bring those through and tie them into this line eventually. Obviously, things are going to change. Oh my gosh, look at this. That was unintentional. So we're going to turn that off. Oof. Let's see if I can get something in there. Here we go. Oh, yep, I'm going to need to chop this out of the way. And hopefully I can get another piece and a bend in here. I don't think I'm going to. I have to bring the bend in, rotate it, put another bend in there, and then straight bits. And that should work. Now I'm going to dump all of this stuff onto the belt. Yeah, that'll keep things busy upstairs for a bit. Alright, that's the gold coming in. Let's see how we're doing here. We have copper coming in. It's going in. That's making iron bars. That's making copper bars. Very, very good. Everything seems to be handling pretty well. Now we need to start thinking about processing. But first, let's clean up a bit. Okay, and I'm going to cause little problems for myself here if I carry on. So I am going to turn off all the auto miners again. Turn off. There we go. And carry on cleaning. So there we go, folks. That is the beginning. I think everything should be switched off. So the machines will stop working. The belts will empty. But now I have a whole bunch of stuff coming through. And I can do another setup like this, more focused on the iron and copper coming through from this side. Yeah, because there are 5 machines, 5 miners over on this side that I haven't connected to anything. And that'll be a different setup. But now I can start setting up a more permanent finishing touches part over here. So I do know that rollers will be needed. Let's have a look over here. The polished gold quest. Yeah, we'll get to that. 40 polished gold ingots. Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's have a look further down. There's the expert platter that needs copper plate, gold plate. So I'm going to need to deliver plates still. Does make it pretty challenging. Master of rods. We're going to need to do a lot of rods. And there's a whole bunch more going down to MineMogul, which, look at those numbers. Holy cow. Ingot, plate, rod, and pipe. Ingot, plate, rod, and pipe. So I'm going to need to set up all of that. Yeah, okay. I see. So I am going to need to split things and make other things elsewhere. Wow. That is quite a quest. All right, well, that's where we're going, I suppose. And there's quests before that that need everything as well. All right, well, what I'm doing here is the second starter area, I suppose. But we have things working. We got gems lying on the ground. We got crushed coal. In fact, we've been making crushed coal, and I don't know if there's any quests after this that require crushed coal. So that might not be required anymore. We'll have to see about it. But it's easy enough to sort that out. We are going to need to make copper pipe. So I'll need the pipe maker, and we're going to have to work in straight lines. Let's have a look at this pipe maker. Oh, that's a side entry thing. Ha, look at that. Oh, I see. Okay. We'll put it like that. That means, what does this take? Just to remind myself, I think this takes plates to make the... Yep. Etchcard, what is this? No, hang on. So I'm probably going to need another one, so I might as well get one. Oh, money just dropped. So let's have a look at what it says. Okay, so it takes 2 plates and turns it into a pipe. So we're going to need plates to get fed in over here. And that would be easy enough, I think. Put that over there. And roller. Yep, rolling machine like that. See how much space has already been taken up. We're going to need a polishing machine specifically for the gems. And then there'll need to be a polishing machine down here for the ingots. Might need 2 of them and split it. We also need the rods. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to set this piece up, because the rod extruder needs ingots. Well, I suppose I could do something like this. Although those rods, they're a bit fiddly. Put that over there and that over there. That should fit. That's not the rods though. Hold on a sec. I've got the wrong machine here. That's the rod extruder. I thought it looked a bit small. So that... Ah, yeah. This needs to go straight in as well. So this lot will have to move over by 1. So the rod extruder, that is going to go in here. And it accepts ingots, which is great. And then the pipe roller is going to go like that. And then the rolling mill can feed straight into that one. Should we leave a space? Don't need to. Yeah, let's not leave a space. What the heck? We'll keep it compact. Yeah, I just don't know if these are going to be able to handle the volume that's going to come through, like in one length. Although it was handling before, so maybe. And we're going to need to polish these ingots before they get here. So that can go... Wait, hang on. Yeah, that'll go there. And there'll need to be polishing over here as well. Although, no. Let's take this out. We're going to do this over here, and then we're going to split the ingots. And I have that very nice splitter right there. Yep. So that's going to go there. Then I'm going to have to take this down and place it over here. Yep. That's hopefully going to be good. Get our corner conveyors in right there. And rotate that one. Oh, I could have come closer. Okay, so that's going to go like that. That's going to go there. This one can get broken down and go into there. That will split the ingots, the polished ingots. What is this doing here? Nothing. It's just in the way. So that can come out, and there's trash coming out of it. Yeah, and we'll be able to put all of this stuff through here and make some good money out of it. And then I still have to feed... I think it'll go at that high level across this way and come through and go into this polisher to hop into the bin right over here. That'll be the polished gems. Yeah, but I think yeah, that's probably where I'm going to leave this one, folks. I got a lot done. I haven't finished what I want to do, but I think I've managed to squeeze things into decent areas. I want to get my access sorted out as well and have these scaffolds a little bit more organized. But I also don't want them all over the place and have their supports sticking down in the ground and blocking my access. So, yeah, like there. So, yeah, we'll work that out. Yeah, next episode, we're going to get stuck back into the quests. We're going to finish some of those copper pipes. I'm probably going to land up doing a whole bunch of pipes of the various kinds, because we do have gold now. We'll make a whole heap of money. We'll get a whole bunch of research tickets. Unlock more research items, because there are still more to do, including these chutes, which I haven't used yet. And I think I will use them when I drop the gems down. Yeah, because I only work for dropping things down, not taking things up. But yeah, I'll be able to use those, and also I'll drop the coal. Actually, you know what? These things don't need to be at the same height. I could raise these off the ground if I put them on scaffold. I'm sure they'll work on scaffold, right? Let's test that. Ah, they do. So you can elevate these machines as long as they're on scaffold, but then you can remove the scaffold afterwards and they're in the air. So you can save even more space if you want. Or you could double up on your production height, which might not be a terribly bad idea. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing here? I honestly have no idea. But I'm having fun with it and learning as I go. Yeah, there'll definitely be a lot more production in the next episode. But thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers!